What's up, Internet? It's Windham back for Video Wednesdays. And I'm here. I'm going to be hanging out with the Renegades. So, of course, we will have most popular girls in school. I'm here with Nate. And eventually, we'll have Micah. And then eventually, hopefully, we'll have Ben. Anyway, so... Oh, and guess what, y'all? In case you don't stay for the whole thing. To Die For is officially on the internet.
Officially?
Officially. With the A. With the A, yo. And we will actually be reacting to that when tomorrow?
Yes,
Probably
we will
tomorrow. Anyway, so I'll put a link to the video probably like down here. But be looking on the Renegades channel for their reaction to it. So it'll be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
And anyway, let's get started. Let's go for it.
Oui. I will take a toasted baguette with a selection of foie gras and a Perrier, please.
Saison Marguerite. I am going to reiterate a point that I make to you at least twice a week. All that we have is what is on the chalkboard behind me.
Ah, yes, of course. In that case, I will have a glass of, how do you say, Bordeaux and a crepe.
I have French fries.
Yes, I suppose that will suffice yet again.
A fantastic choice. Next.
Hi, lunch lady Belinda.
Hello, new girl. How's your first week at Overland Park?
It's
She
fine.
sounds like
I
Harvey
guess.
Fierstein.
Can I get a hot dog?
Anything else? Oh my God.
Let me get some tater tots. Oh, and also a slice of pepperoni pizza. And also a basket of jalapeno poppers. And some chicken nuggets, a ketchup boat, 3 potato pancakes, a creamsicle, 2 quesadillas, a bread loaf, side of ranch, some pixie sticks, taco salad, order of ribs, and a Diet Coke. No.
She went full Auntie
Strawberry
there
shake.
for a minute.
No. Diet Coke. No. Both.
That is going to be one huge shit. Let me ring you up.
Hi, Deandra.
Hi, Chef Ambion.
This is my sister, Cameron.
Hey.
Hey,
I like your top.
Forever 21.
Shut up.
True story.
Hey, Cameron.
Hey there, Cameron. Harvey Fierstein likes you.
Hey, lunch lady Belinda, still giving people diarrhea for a living? Good job.
Oh, Cammy. New girl, you haven't paid yet.
Oh, don't worry. We'll take care of it.
Okay, that'll be $57.28.
Holy
the
shit.
Don't worry, I've got this.
What the fuck was that?
It was me, Michaela Van Buren.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that a fucking gremlin?
No, I'm a 3rd grader.
Whatever, just no one feed that fucking thing after midnight.
Michaela, Dad gave you that card for emergencies only.
Yeah, like buying cute underwear and paying for premium memberships to PerezHilton.com.
Well, this is an emergency. We're at war with the cheer squad and we need allies.
Correction. Shay and I are at war with the cheer squad. You got sent home from school for infecting the entire 3rd grade with lice.
That's not true.
Oh, really? Because your teacher told me your head looks like the inside of a salt shaker.
Please don't tell
Ow.
Mom she's gonna shave my head like she did to Shay when she got lice in the 3rd grade.
I told you never to talk about that. God.
Excuse me, I will cut a bitch if there is lice somewhere in my chili.
Belinda, we're kind of in the middle of something right now, so if you could, not.
Oh, of course, Cameron. My apologies.
The lice are tickling my hair.
Sounds like Batman.
Hey, what's the holdup in front?
Shut the fuck up, Jonathan Getzlenhammer.
Hey, that's not my name.
Kill yourself.
Is this gonna go on much longer? Because I have a basket of jalapeno poppers that are getting cold.
Deandra, as you may know, the Van Burens have been engaged in a blood feud with those DNA-guzzling cheerleaders for years now. We would like to formally invite you.
I'm in. What? But you didn't even get to hear our pitch yet.
Did your pitch involve you buying me a $57 lunch?
Yeah.
Then I'm in.
Great. Okay, well, we'll make you an admin on our Facebook page, include you on the Google Docs, and start CCing you on all emails.
Ooh, Cameron, CC me too at ladytatertot@gmail.com.
You are totes creep.
Wait, did someone say crepe? Or what?
Can I go eat now? I'm pretty sure this potato pancake is ruined. This ketchup boat is all watery. My creamsicles are melted. There's nobody here. God damn it.
Next.
Yeah, hi. I was wondering what kind of gluten-free options you're offering today on the menu.
Your attention, please. the pep rally for the football team will begin in the gym in 3 minutes.
Oh no, not again.
State. Yeah! Woo!
Ouch.
Jesus. Most popular girls at school, bitches.
I don't know. This one wasn't as like shock. They didn't go for the shock factor.
Oh my! Like we did
and,
with
like
the
their
last
humor.
Yeah,
like
the
the
last
last one. The last one is a little bit shock value, which
Yeah.
I mean, which has its place. Oh my goodness! Reminds me. Have you watched any episodes of Brickleberry?
Yes, I have.
Shock value.
Yeah.
There's a show that is all
There's
about
a show
shock
that's all about
value.
shock value. Yeah.
I would say it's Brickleberry.
I really
but
stopped
at least
watching after
this makes me laugh.
Yeah.
You know, like
Where I was gonna say the first season I paid attention to a lot, and then Caitlin Olsen left, and I was just like, I can see why she left. And then, well, mostly I tune into It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Have you ever seen that?
Well, Always Sunny is good, but I'm saying like Always Sunny at least like is like, you know, has its place and is funny. But like Brickleberry, friend and I were watching it. I've only seen one episode and I'm done. Like I don't need any more. Because like basically Family Guy with the talking animal and everything and
the bear.
different storyline every time and characters never stay consistent.
Yeah.
Characters transform just depending on the plot for what they want the plot to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not really
It's not
something.
your cup of tea.
Yeah, it's not something that I find worth investing in. I just find too much shock value. Like too much, like that gets old. After a while.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually you get like immune to it.
Well, it's just like the Saw movies. I remember the Saw movies like took over the world for like an extended period of time.
It's true, and then
the
was
gore
like, oh,
porn,
wait.
and then the gore porn was like played out.
Yeah.
And now people are like, oh, we need to transition to like minimalist horror, and it's worked for the most part. I mean, there's one coming out that
Would you consider Babadook minimalist?
Babadook? Yeah, Babadook. I'd consider it to some degree.
That's a good one.
Oculus is another one.
I haven't seen Oculus. Is that good?
Oh yes, really good.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah. So, and there's another one coming out by the gosh, it's about this about these people. They break into this man's house to try and steal some stuff because they hear he may potentially have like $300,000, and the old man is blind. And they break into the house. He hears them there. He comes downstairs, and he actually turns out to be a psycho. And he pretty much kills the breakers in his house.
Oh, gosh.
And he's at the advantage, and he does his best to kill them.
Oh,
in
gosh.
the dark. And it's just
well, I mean,
it's so
technically, they broke the law and broke into his house.
No,
so
I know,
get it.
and but from
Still,
the trailer,
it's freaky.
I
yeah,
can't remember the
still
damn
looks
name
freaky.
of it.
You're gonna laugh. You know what movie I really want to see?
What's that?
The Shallows.
I've actually heard it's really good.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
the reviews
okay,
on are really good.
I am a sucker for shark movies.
Jaws.
Yeah. No, any shark movie. I went to go see Shark Night in 3D.
Really?
In theaters.
Wow.
In theaters.
Wow.
Because I'm that much of a sucker for shark movies. I will see a bad movie if it's about
sharks. Me
can't help it.
Okay.
But actually, the plot wasn't too bad. The plot of that was not too bad. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, with the hillbillies and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not too bad,
Well,
and it's interesting.
It's pretty much Lake Placid with sharks.
Basically.
And I get that, which I find sharks more intimidating than I do alligators, because sharks are pretty much the perfect killing machines in the water.
I feel like they're so much faster than an alligator too.
Oh,
I
they
feel like
are.
alligators are just chill.
Well, alligators in short bursts on land are dangerous.
Yeah.
But
they're not. No,
no.
It's not constant.
No.
Sharks don't sleep.
No, they don't.
They just
hunt. And plus, that supposed myth you hear about, sharks being able to smell blood in the water from miles and miles away.
Yeah.
It's true. They actually tracked it. They got a shark.
Why would you? I live at the beach. Why would you do this?
They do. They actually did a test. They had a shark that had a tracker on it, and what they did was they went increments out like 10 miles, 5 miles, 3 miles, and it was at the 5-mile marker. All of a sudden it detected it, and it was just off. It was just off, and it went to the area in which it detected it. But you see, most beaches have trapper nets to keep them out of the shallows. And
That's
they monitor those daily.
Yeah.
They have to make sure that they're good, because if they're
Which is
not,
smart. I feel like more beaches should have that, honestly. I feel like there'd be more people that were safe.
Well, they started doing it in Hawaii recently. They said, "Oh, it messes with the aesthetic of the Hawaiian waters. It doesn't make them look as beautiful." And I'm like, "Okay, tell me this. What do you want? Do you want a lawsuit where someone gets their leg chopped off, or do you want the beauty, or do you want the pristine beauty of the Hawaiian
if you're
elk?
not doing anything to mess up the ecosystem, if the water's the same, it's just that you have nets to keep sharks out.
Yeah.
Why is that a problem?
It's not. It's just people trying to find a reason to complain about something. It's like, but we want our waters to look perfect and pristine and all that. I'm like, okay, that's all well and good, but
yeah, but you know what doesn't make it look pristine was when you've got bloody babies on your beach because their arms are eaten.
Yeah. Well, that's just like what's her name, Kimberly Hamilton, when she got
Bethany
Hamilton. Thank you. Got her arm just gnawed off.
Exactly.
By a tiger shark.
Last year, 2 shark attacks in North Carolina. 2, same day.
Yeah.
One kid lost his part. I think the girl lost her arm and part of her leg, and then the boy just lost his arm.
Oh, Jesus.
Same day, within miles of each other.
Damn.
In the state of North Carolina.
And you see stuff like that as we move forward with our awareness of sharks and awareness of different animals that can make their way to different beaches. I mean, because animals are always changing, especially sharks. Sharks have been evolving ever since the ice melted from the Ice Age. They're more perfect killers than any other thing in this world.
I hate sharks so much. I mean, I like them because they're really interesting and they're neat. But if I had to say there was one thing I was scared of,
it'd be sharks.
Well, I mean, there's other stuff that's scary. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know. I'm not really that scared. Getting up and giving a speech in front of a class. But you know what I mean? Embarrassing things happening. But as far as terror, it's sharks. If there was a shark that lived in a swimming pool.
Oh.
No.
The one that gets me is if I ever travel to South America. You ever heard of the kangaroo queue?
No. What is that?
The kangaroo queue is a parasitic life form that lives in the water, and it swims so fast. It's so small and can swim so fast that if you are peeing into the water,
it can go up your pee?
It swims up your piss stream and goes straight in.
So don't pee in the water.
Well, if you do, you pee into a bottle and then you pour it out.
Oh, smart.
That's what they tell people on ships whenever they go on a tour up the Amazon, because that's where they frequent. They frequent in the Amazon waters, and that's what they tell you to do. They tell you to either pee in a bottle or into a pan or into a cup, or
pee in a pan.
Or,
a fry pan?
like a deep pan, like a soup pan.
That's like a pot. That's not a pan.
Well, it depends on if it has a handle.
Oh.
Because
pee in a pan.
Well, a pot is when you have handles on both sides. This one's you have the singular handle. I've seen some pans that are deep that have.
Yeah, I know, but usually pan is thinner.
Yeah,
shorter.
You're thinking of
and
a
then
frying pan.
Pot. Yeah,
where you make eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm pee in a pan.
Well, that's what they tell you.
Peter Pan
that's what they
pees
tell
in a pan.
As a matter of fact, that's how they catch them. That's how they catch the kangaroos to experiment on them and to see them. They
what do they do if they live in your body? What do they do if they go up your urethra?
They find a nice warm spot, put out their sticky spines, and they refuse to budge, and they breathe, and they just stay there.
It's like an episode of House.
And what they have to do is they have to go in and cut it out.
Oh my god!
And this is frequent in both men and women.
Yeah, dude, that's like an episode of House. I just finished watching every episode of House. I binged it.
Oh boy.
I don't recommend it. I just did it for me.
Yeah.
There's some shows that I'm like, yeah, you need to binge.
Well, for me, one thing I find interesting about that show is that they filmed an entire season of that show on the Canon T2i.
Really?
Yeah.
Which season?
I think it was season 2 or 3, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of the earlier seasons. They did it as a bit of a deal with Canon, I believe. And they filmed the entire season on the T2i, which was their highest commercial-based camera at that time.
I couldn't even tell.
I
mean, it was kind of, I mean, a lot of it I was watching, but a lot of it too I had going on in the background because I put on stuff that's based on dialogue that's not necessarily based on
Yeah.
stuff that you need to see. So I watch a lot of like I listen to podcasts or I do like a lot of dialogue based stuff while I edit pictures.
Yeah.
And everything. And so that's what I did with that, or like I do artwork while I watch and listen.
Okay.
But I didn't even notice. But man, like you don't have to watch every episode of House. You can basically get the gist. Like that GIF that you can watch.
Yeah.
That's like every episode of House ever.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Look for it. It's funny. Look real quick.
All right.
It's like, well, it's not. It wouldn't be on here. You'd have to Google it. It might be. You could try it. Every episode of House. It might be on here. That'd be pretty funny. Oh, every episode of House ever. Yes, that's bad. Go to second. Yep. This one.
I did try the medicine drug. Only the stupid people try the medicine drug. You're stupid. I gave my patient. You're a black man. This vexes me. I have blood from my nose dripping. That's bad. I was bitten by a mice. That's a new hygiene drug. I forbid this. I don't care. I am very smart. Yeah, Scott Foley's showing up every random every now and again. It's like, I am in this episode.
I do am in this episode. That's my favorite part is Wilson. Honestly, Wilson's like my favorite part of the show, personally.
Scott Foley, my goodness. And to think that guy used to be married to Jennifer Garner. Did you know that?
Wilson was married to Jennifer Garner?
Yeah, Scott
What
Foley.
happened?
Fame and heads clashing. It's not like it. Most Hollywood marriages are partnerships. You benefit each other. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Case in point, one that does. One that I think is probably one of the best marriages in Hollywood. Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan.
Mm-hmm.
Also another one. Nick Swardson and Megan Mullally. Ron Swanson and Karen from Will and Grace.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
And example of a bad one. Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
Another bad one. They go on and on.
Yeah.
But you see, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have more things in common, and other times it's just they just like physically being around each other, but yet they have no emotional ties.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's just, it's lunacy to just go off of physical. I've done that in the past. I was in a relationship.
Hasn't?
Well, I've been in a relationship just for the physical means, and it was horrible. I was so unhappy because we never talked. And I know a lot of people out there just saying, "Well, that's a perfect relationship to me." If that's a perfect relationship for you, I enjoy a lifetime of emptiness. All right, I prefer to have a relationship where I talk to the other person, where I actually have meaningful conversations instead of hey, I'm home. Let's do it.
You know what I think is really fun is when you get into a relationship based off of physicality, like thinking the other person's attractive, and then one day you realize that you've been spending like 6 months of your life with someone that's an idiot.
Yeah.
I had that in high school.
Well, I didn't. Well,
and if I dated you in high school,
well, she wasn't.
I'm not giving specifics.
She was just conceited. She was just very conceited and very selfish.
Well, exactly. But whenever you base it off of physicality, you find out those things after the fact, after you've already invested life in this person. And guess what? You can't get that back.
You can't. Those 6 months are wasted, and it hurts. It hurts so fucking much. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, for me, it was like 9 months. So it was almost a year, and we never really went out on dates. We We didn't watch the same movies. I watched a movie. She'd go into the other room, and that's
so sad.
What? I didn't know this at first.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying that's sad. I mean, I'm glad you're not in that anymore.
Thank
it's
God.
Sad. No, I was hanging out.
So sad.
I was hanging out with my friend last night, and we were kind of talking about past relationships, and like we were kind of discussing. Because like I've had different people, and sometimes I really share a lot of interests with them, and then sometimes not as many. And so we were talking, and he was telling me about how he was dating somebody, and like he would ask her, "Do you want to go do something?" because he'd want to go on dates, and she'd be like, no. Like, all the time. They dated for like 3 years.
3 years. 3 freaking years,
And
man.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well,
I dated someone for a really long time that like didn't understand, because I do art, right?
Yeah.
That was my major in college, and like he didn't understand my art. I worked an entire year on my senior exhibit, and I showed it to him. He said that he was proud of me, but he didn't say anything about my art. He didn't ask any questions about any of my pieces.
Like, what inspired you to do this?
No questions.
Yeah, no
questions about why I named it what I named it.
Questions
No questions
of
about
expression or anything like that.
No.
Just emotionally dead, pretty much. Just like, I'm proud of you.
Which is great, but you know what I mean? But like, there were other things that like kept me around, because we dated for like 4 years. So there's things that kept me around.
Well, of course. Well,
you know what I mean? Because you care about people. But like, that's what ultimately made me go, I can't do this.
Well, the best relationship, the best relationship I was in was because it was a 4-month relationship, and we liked each other a lot. It's just the biggest problem. The biggest problem was when her father met me, and her father just hated my guts.
Oh, that's always fun.
No, and he hated me for the dumbest reasons. I mean, I was like, we met in chorus class, we hit it off, we talked about a lot of the same music, same movies. You know, we had disagreements about some things, but overall, that when you challenge each other like that, that's for the better.
I know, because then you learn.
Yeah, you learn
and you
from
shouldn't,
each other.
and you shouldn't always get along about everything either.
No.
Or someone shouldn't always, like, because that's what I've realized is, like, in the 4 years that I was dating this one person, like, we never had a huge fight.
Oh boy.
We never had a huge fight, just because, like, we got along fine. Like, our personalities, like, worked fine together.
Yeah.
But guess what I wasn't forced to do in 4 years? Grow as a person.
Stagnation.
Because of this other person. It wasn't their fault.
No.
It's just us together left to me being stagnant and not growing as an individual. Yeah. I learned more cool stuff.
Yeah, you remained static for too long.
You know, because there's a difference in, like, someone showing you cool things, like, hey, check out this movie, check out this video. There's a difference in, like, that type of, like, sharing versus sharing of, hey, check out this political thing. What do you think about this? Let's have a really long discussion about this.
Yeah.
And I agree with this. Why? Let's not agree about this.
Yeah.
Or someone challenging. We've talked about this before, like someone that challenges parts of you.
Yes.
Talked about that, I think, like in the last time was talking about, like, challenging parts of your heart.
Yeah, and I want people to do that. I want people to challenge me and ask me why I would put this in there, why I would stick to my guns over
exactly,
and challenge me on the moral ambiguity of some things.
Yes,
it's just like, for me, I regard my favorite animated film of all time. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but it's Princess Mononoke by Hayao Miyazaki. I saw that and it changed my life.
Yeah.
It had such an impact on me.
Yeah.
Now, is it the best drawn? No. Does it have the best story? No. For me, it has the best of everything put together. When you look at the things individually, they're all right.
And it's personal too, because sometimes some movies take you on a journey depending on where you are in your life.
Yes, and I will defend that movie to me as the greatest animated film in my personal opinion until the day I die, because I've debated myself over it. And I mean, honestly, I'm my own worst critic, man. I tear myself apart on everything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why do I do this? Why do I do that? And it's just like subconsciously I do things, and I'm just like, why did I do that? Is that part of what I am? I mean, is this who I am? And other people question me on it. I mean, honestly, I've been questioned by family members. I mean, my dad. I showed my dad this, and he was like, son, I don't know why you consider this the best ever. And I'm like, it's just my opinion.
Some people don't get it. Some people don't get it.
And I just like the soundtrack for it.
Yeah.
I think the soundtrack for it is tremendous. And
I could see that.
I
enjoyed it. Hey, it was in my top 250.
There you go.
I've done it.
So
I've done a review of it. I mean, a lot of it was me being confused because a lot of it had cultural significance and cultural, but I never said that it was like bad.
Well,
you know
I understood enough of it to where when I was a kid, I paid attention to Japanese anime a lot, and things in Japanese anime that I'd seen before eked over into that.
Yeah.
And I understood more things that were there,
like themes and
the
symbolism
themes and the symbolism and the and why certain characters were one way, honor bound and all that.
Yep.
And also Jigo. Jigo, I think, is probably to me one of the best villains because he's inspired by money more than anything, and he is well, honestly, there's really no big enemy. I mean, you got Lady Eboshi, who is an example of modern industrialism marching forward, and then you have Jigo, who is the one who is wanting to make money off of this in the worst way possible. He's wanting to pretty much castrate nature, the nature and the forest. Also, he can get rich, and it takes. And he said, "Well, that's it for me. Too many fools in the world."
Yeah,
and I get that because I'm a fool myself. I mean, honestly, here I am on the internet talking about a Japanese animated movie from over 30, almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. Where did we get there from?
Where did we get there from?
Most popular girls.
Yeah,
in
most
school.
popular girls in school. Damn it! You see what we do? You see, this is the beauty of it. We don't know where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that's the fun part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you let us in on this one.
Yeah.
This is your video.
Yeah, it's my video.
Oh boy, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So anyway, guys, that was Most Popular Girls in School, episode 5?
Yeah, episode 5, $57 lunch.
Exactly, $57 lunch.
Ugh.
And yeah, like I said, we're going to be reacting to Die For
You
later.
can expect it tomorrow.
So be on the lookout for that.
Yep, indeed.
And yeah, if you check it out, check out Clark and a lot of Clark's work.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. Like he's awesome. He's going places.
Yep, he's going places.
He's definitely
and
going
we're gonna
places.
And hey, we're gonna help him get there.
Exactly.
We're gonna help him get there and spread the word.
I know. And we're going places, so
Yep.
we're excited.
That we are.
Yep. Anyway, so thanks for tuning in, guys. And it's Windham. Check out everything down below, down there, and we'll see you guys next time.